Deuteronomy Chapter 1. These are the words which Moses spoke to all Israel across the Jordan in the wilderness, in the Arabah opposite Suph, between Paran and Tophel, Laban, Hazeroth, and Dizahab. It is 11 days' journey from Horeb to Kadesh-barnea by the way that leads to Mount Seir. And in the 40th year, in the 11th month, on the first day of the month, Moses spoke to the children of Israel according to all that Jehovah had commanded him for them. After he had slain Sihon the king of the Amorites, who dwelt in Heshbon, and Og the king of Bashan, who dwelt in Ashtaroth and in Edrei. Across the Jordan, in the land of Moab, Moses set himself to expound this law, saying, Jehovah our God spoke to us at Horeb, saying, You have dwelt long enough at this mountain. Turn and set out, and go to the hill country of the Amorites and to all their neighboring peoples in the Arabah, in the hill country and in the lowland, and in the Negev and by the seacoast, the land of the Canaanites and Lebanon, as far as the great river, the river Euphrates. See, I have set the land before you. Go in and possess the land which Jehovah swore to give to your fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to them and to their seed after them. And I spoke to you at that time, saying, I am not able to bear you alone. Jehovah your God has multiplied you, and now today you are as the stars of heaven in multitude. Jehovah, the God of your fathers, add to you 1,000-fold ones like you and bless you as he has promised you. How can I alone bear the trouble and burden of you and your strife? Choose for yourselves men who are wise and prudent and well attested, according to your tribes, and I will make them your leaders. And you answered me and said, The thing that you have said to do is good. So I took the leaders of your tribes, men who were wise and well attested, and I made them leaders over you, captains over thousands and captains over hundreds and captains over 50s and captains over 10s and officials for your tribes. And I charged your judges at that time, saying, Hear the cases between your brothers, and judge righteously between a man and his brother or the sojourner with him. You shall not respect persons in judgment, you shall hear the small and the great alike. You shall not fear the face of man, for judgment is God's. And the case that is too hard for you, you shall bring to me, and I will hear it. And I commanded you at that time all the things that you should do. And we set out from Horeb, and we went through all that great and awesome wilderness, which you saw, on the way to the hill country of the Amorites, as Jehovah our God commanded us, and we came to Kadesh-barnea. And I said to you, You have come to the hill country of the Amorites, which Jehovah our God is giving us. See, Jehovah your God has set the land before you, go up, possess it, as Jehovah the God of your fathers has spoken to you. Do not fear, neither be dismayed. Then all of you came near to me and said, Let us send men before us that they may search out the land for us and bring back to us word concerning the way by which we should go up and the cities into which we should go. And the thing pleased me, so I took 12 men from among you, one for each tribe. And they turned and went up into the hill country, and they came to the valley of Eshcol, and they spied out the and. And in their hands they took some of the fruit of the land, and they brought it down to us. And they brought word back to us and said, It is a good land which Jehovah our God is giving us. Yet you would not go up. Rather you rebelled against the word of Jehovah your God. And you murmured in your tents and said, Because Jehovah hates us, he has brought us out from the land of Egypt to deliver us into the hands of the Amorites in order to destroy us. Where shall we go up? Our brothers have made our hearts melt, saying, The people are greater and taller than we, the cities are big and fortified up to heaven, and furthermore we have seen the children of the Anakim there. Then I said to you, Do not be terrified, neither be afraid of them. Jehovah your God, who goes before you, he will fight for you according to all that he did for you in Egypt before your eyes. And in the wilderness, where you have seen that Jehovah your God carried you, as a man carries his son, in all the way that you went until you came to this place. Yet in spite of this word you did not believe in Jehovah your God, who went before you in the way, to seek out for you a place for you to camp, in the fire by night to show you by which way you should go and in the cloud by day. And Jehovah heard the voice of your words, and he became furious and swore, saying, Not one of these men, this evil generation, shall by any means see the good land which I have sworn to give to your fathers. Except Caleb the son of Jephunneh, he shall see it. And to him I will give the land on which he has trodden, and to his children, because he has fully followed Jehovah. With me also Jehovah was angry on your account, saying, You also shall not enter there. Joshua the son of Nun, who attends to you, he shall enter there. Strengthen him, for it is he who will cause Israel to inherit it. Moreover your little ones, who you said would be prey, and your children, who this day do not know good and evil, they shall enter there. And to them I will give it, and they will possess it. But as for you, turn and set out into the wilderness by the way that leads to the Red Sea. Then you answered and said to me, We have sinned against Jehovah, we ourselves will go up and fight according to all that Jehovah our God has commanded us. And you girded yourselves, every man with his weapons of war, and thought it a light thing to go up to the hill country. And Jehovah said to me, Say to them, You shall not go up and fight, for I am not among you, so that you are not struck down before your enemies. So I spoke to you, but you did not listen, rather, you rebelled against the word of Jehovah and went up presumptuously to the hill country. And the Amorites who dwell in that hill country came out against you and chased you as bees do, and they beat you back in Seir as far as Hormah. And you returned and wept before Jehovah, but Jehovah did not listen to your voice nor give ear to you. So you remained in Kadesh for many days as you remained. Deuteronomy Chapter 2. And we turned and set out for the wilderness by the way that leads to the Red Sea, as Jehovah spoke to me, and we circled Mount Seir for many days. Then Jehovah spoke to me, saying, You have circled this mountain long enough, turn northward. And command the people, saying, You are about to pass through the territory of your brothers the children of Esau, who dwell in Seir, and they will be afraid of you. Take careful heed to yourselves therefore. Do not engage them, for I will not give you any of their land, not even as much as a footstep, for I have given Mount Seir to Esau as a possession. You shall buy food from them with money, that you may eat, and you shall also obtain water from them with money, that you may drink. For Jehovah your God has blessed you in all your doings, he knows your journeying through this great wilderness. These 40 years Jehovah your God has been with you, you have not lacked a thing. So we passed on from our brothers the children of Esau, who dwell in Seir, away from the way of the Arabah, away from Elath and from Ezion-Geber, and we turned and passed on by the way that leads to the wilderness of Moab. And Jehovah said to me, Do not harass Moab, nor engage them in battle, for I will not give you any of their land as a possession, for to the children of Lot I have given Ar as a possession. The Emim dwelt there before that, a people great and numerous and as tall as the Anakim. They were considered Rephaim, as were the Anakim, but the Moabites called them Emim. The Horites also dwelt in Seir before that, but the children of Esau dispossessed them and destroyed them from before them, and they dwelt there in their place, as Israel did with the land of their possession, which Jehovah gave to them. Now rise up and cross over the brook Zerd. And we crossed over the brook Zerd. And the time that we spent in going from Kadesh-barnea until we crossed over the brook Zerd was 38 years, until all the generation of the men of war was consumed from the midst of the camp, as Jehovah had sworn to them. Moreover, the hand of Jehovah was against them to purge them from the midst of the camp until they were consumed. So when all the men of war were consumed from the midst of the people and dead, then Jehovah spoke to me, saying, You are to pass through the territory of Moab, through Ar, today. And when you come near to the children of Ammon, do not harass them, nor engage them, for I will not give any of the land of the children of Ammon to you as a possession, for I have given it to the children of Lot as a possession. It was also considered a land of Rephaim. Rephaim formerly dwelt in it. But the Ammonites call them Zamzummim, a people great and numerous and as tall as the Anakim. Yet Jehovah destroyed them from before them, and they dispossessed them and dwelt there in their place. As he did for the children of Esau, who dwell in Seir, when he destroyed the Horites from before them. And they dispossessed them and have dwelt there in their place to this day. And the Avim, who dwell in the villages as far as Gaza, the Caphtorim, who came from Caphtor, destroyed them and dwelt there in their place. Rise up, set out and cross over the valley of the Arnon. See, I have given into your hand Sihon the Amorite, the king of Heshbon, and his land. Begin to possess it, and engage him in battle. Today I will begin to put the dread and fear of you upon the peoples under all heaven, who will hear the report of you and will tremble and quake because of you. Then I sent messengers from the wilderness of Kedemoth to Sihon the king of Heshbon with words of peace, saying, Let me pass through your land. Only on the road I will go, I will not turn to the right or to the left. You will sell me food for money, that I may eat, and you will give me water for money, that I may drink, only let me pass through on foot. As the children of Esau, who dwell in Seir, and the Moabites, who dwell in Ar, did for me until I cross over the Jordan into the land which Jehovah our God is giving us. But Sihon the king of Heshbon would not let us pass through his land, for Jehovah your God hardened his spirit and made his heart obstinate for the purpose of delivering him into your hand, as he is today. And Jehovah said to me, See, I have begun to deliver Sihon and his land up before you. Begin to possess it that you may occupy his land. Then Sihon came out to meet us, he and all his people, for battle at Jahaz. And Jehovah our God delivered him up before us, and we slew him and his sons and all his people. And we captured all his cities at that time, and utterly destroyed every city, men, women, and children. We left no survivors. We took only the cattle as our plunder, as well as the spoil of the cities which we captured. From Aroer, which is on the edge of the valley of the Arnon, and from the city which is in the valley, even to Gilead, there was not a town too high for us. Jehovah our God delivered them all up before us. But you did not go near the land of the children of Ammon, all along the river Jabbok, nor the cities of the hill country, nor any place that Jehovah our God commanded us not to.